Combined sewage overflows. Combined sewer overflows. I mean, it's not rocket science, folks. Combined sewer overflow. The government owns sewers, combine the sewage, and they overflow it into the creeks and the rivers and the streams. And the government gives the government licenses to do it. Now look up the transmission of COVID, SARS, flu, influenza, combined sewage overflows. And then look at the sewage problem in Wuhan, China. And look at the sewage problem in New Rochelle, New York, and New Jersey. And then look at the sewer problems in Chicago and Washington, D.C., and the combined sewers all over the country. Over 700 major U.S. cities have combined sewers full of feces and pee-pee, full of viruses and COVID and SARS. They're spreading it all over the countryside. The government itself and their combined sewers are spreading the COVID everywhere. Yeah, it's just the way it is, folks. You know, people are concerned about what are they spraying in the sky. What's all that stuff that's being sprayed from the jets all over the sky? Well, I would suggest you be a little more concerned about what they're dumping into the streams and the creeks and the rivers and the estuaries there and the offshore. How much sewage full of viruses are the governments all over the United States and all over the world? What are they dumping into the environment again? They're spreading COVID, SARS, and a bunch of other viruses and bacteria all over the place. And for the Facebook fact checkers and for the prosecuting attorneys in every state in the United States and the federal government, combined sewer overflows full of COVID. Ladies and gentlemen, remember one thing. Combined sewers are full of sewage that are combined with all the excrement, the feces that's coming out of everybody who's sick and everybody who has died's butt. All the information and the links you need are below, and I suggest to the American people, man, I would start asking the government a whole lot more questions about why they're dumping sewage full of viruses and bacteria in the rivers and creeks across America, like they do in Milan, Italy, Barcelona, Spain, Wuhan, China, all over Europe, England, from New York to Los Angeles, from Seattle to Austin, Texas, from Austin, Texas to New Orleans, up to Indiana, up to Ohio, down to Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Miami, Florida. Combined sewage overflows, combined sewers owned and operated by the government. And then take some time and look into the septic tank leach fields, the brown fields of the septic fields, the septic fields of the brown fields, and what they're dumping in the groundwater. You wonder how this COVID and all this death and infection is spreading? Look at what was going on at the Terry Sanford Federal Courthouse in zip code 27600, 27610 in Raleigh, North Carolina, how they were dumping all their sewage in Walnut Creek at the Terry Sanford Federal Courthouse. Ladies and gentlemen, the information and the links you need are below, and as always, Merry Christmas.